Microsoft delivered fantastic news for Nvidia stock and AMD stock investors and all AI stock investors, if I wanted to be more precise. I'm going to share with you the details and why it's such great news for all the AI stock investors. And of course, since Nvidia and AMD are two of the biggest beneficiaries, it's certainly great news for these two AI stocks to be sure.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
So Bloomberg reported that Microsoft data center crunch will continue for longer than the company has previously outlined, underscoring the software giant's struggles to keep up with cloud demand. And I've been reporting on this for over a year and a half, closer to 2.5 years now, ever since the launch of ChatGPT. Demand for artificial intelligence computing power exceeds supply. Right? Demand exceeds supply. You love to be in that situation as a business owner, as an investor. You like the companies that you're investing in to have demand that exceeds supply. And that's been the case with data center demand from companies like OpenAI and others that want to build these large language models and use the data center computing power to develop, train, and inference and create the inference for all the computing that's required. Remember, when you do a search on a large language model, that demand for power is much more than if you were to search on a traditional search engine like Google. And so with all this change in consumer behavior shifting to large language models and all the training that's happening on large language models and all the other AI use cases, demand is absolutely insane. And companies, Microsoft is not the only one. Amazon, Alphabet, they have their own cloud computing segments, and they've been reporting back to investors that they too have demand that exceeds supply. And so Microsoft, again, highlighting this fact that still here, almost towards the end of 2025, where these companies have spent hundreds of billions of dollars adding more capacity, adding more data centers, and still demand exceeds supply. It's truly remarkable, the insatiable demand for artificial intelligence. And this is forecasted to continue for many, many years in the future because more and more consumers, businesses, institutions, and governments are using artificial intelligence, and the productivity improvements justify the investments. Each one of your workers becomes more productive with artificial intelligence. Or if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you're now more productive with the use of artificial intelligence. So you're willing to pay that $20 per month or $30 per month for access to these AI models or the pro versions of these AI models because it's generating such good benefits for your business. The return on investment is attractive. And of course, the reason why this is good news for Nvidia and AMD stock investors is because the GPUs are the primary component that are going into these data centers optimized for AI. They are the most expensive component. They are the most vital component going into these data centers. They are the ones that are making it possible to develop these large language models and do the inferencing that's required of these large language models and other AI use cases because of the accelerated computing they offer. And it's still in the very early stages as Nvidia and AMD are launching new generations of their technology that are significant improvements from the previous generations of their technology. So that's creating that demand that's fulfilling itself because the increasing effectiveness is creating more demand, which is creating new products and services that's getting people to use them, and on it goes. And so I've been talking about this, and this is really great news for Nvidia and AMD stock investors. Yet another data point that artificial intelligence demand is here to stay. It's not a fad. It's not going away tomorrow. Hey everyone, I'm excited to announce that my book is finally available for sale. I've been working on it for more than a year now, so I'm really excited to finally share this with you now. It goes through my framework for evaluating stocks. Some of you often ask why I like this stock or why I like the other stock, and this framework provides you the things that I look at when I'm evaluating stocks. I've added the link in the description below.